You've been listening to us share about our experiment for a while now, how we're using creativity to find more peace, more alignment, and more joy in our lives. And now it's your turn. This October, we're inviting you into the experiment with us. We're hosting a creative challenge where you will get to explore your own blocks, try experimenting through small steps, and discover how creativity can bring you back to yourself. You don't have to do it alone. We'll be in it together. Come join us on Instagram and be part of the experiment. We'd love to have you. Welcome to the Art Piece Experiment. We're your hosts, two artists and friends. I'm Tasha.
And I'm Brianna.
At the end of 2024, we decided we wanted to cultivate more safety, peace, love, alignment, and excitement through our art and our art practices.
So here we are sharing our journey with you, and we're so excited you're here. We hope you enjoy our conversations. They're honest, raw, just two friends talking to each other about the realities of life and creativity. We're so excited for you to join us and be along with us for the journey.
I learned something about myself this week.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yes. So my primary emotion that I felt this week was anger.
Been there.
And I realized I did not enjoy watercoloring.
Oh.
With that being the overwhelming emotion that I was experiencing this week. And I haven't really dived into this yet, so we're going to kind of discover this in real time during this conversation.
It's always fun.
Yeah, but I was reflecting a little bit just before we started recording about different weeks of this experiment. I've had different primary emotions that primary emotions, like predominant emotions that I was feeling. And, you know, when I was dealing with grief or sadness, joy, curiosity, these different things, when it came to my art practice, it was like it was good. It was helpful. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process. It helped me feel better. But with anger, not so much.
Interesting.
Not so much. And I don't know if it's because I didn't want to put that energy into the painting I was working on, or if I just needed some other type of health, or like not health, like self-care
outlet. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't want to this week. It was a little tricky. It was a little hard for me.
That is fascinating. I love that realization. What an interesting realization. It's making me think, what have I
Yeah.
what have I been feeling when I create? What are the feelings that I usually have when it's like, nope, I don't want to, what am I feeling when that happens? So
yeah.
I think that's also true for me. I think a lot of times grief is another one that like keeps me from wanting to create. But anger, I don't want to create something pretty when I'm angry.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I did do some sketching this week. My daughter really loves taking like 2 or 3 different things and like meshing them together and creating something new, like 2 different animals. Or
she's so good at it. She's amazing.
It's so fun to see what she comes up with. And so this week she's like, Mom, you should combine snails with different desserts and just make dessert snails. And I'm like, that's disgusting, but let's do it. And so we sat down this week and we sketched. We did a black forest snail. So chocolate and cream and cherries. And it was really fun.
That's so fun.
And it was kind of fun because I, veered into my more like children's illustrative kind of style that I haven't done in a really long time.
Yeah, like your first initial kind of style that you played with. That's so fun.
And we drew some funny little snails together this week. And she wanted a popsicle snail for the 4th of July. It was like red, white, and blue, like the
Mm.
striped. And yeah, I may or may not share that, share those online. Those may just be for her, but it was fun. Like it was fun this week. And
I think you should share them. I think they're so fun.
yeah, I might. We'll see.
That's super cute.
Yeah, but it was interesting because I went back to working on my iPad. Like I started out sketching in my sketchbook, like sitting beside her, and we both worked at our sketchbooks. And then, I got out my iPad and did really simple, just threw in some color, not polished, not finished, and kind of just like got some of those like angry strokes in where I didn't need to be really precious and careful with it. And that was more helpful. That was more like, this feels good to me this week.
Scribbling. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't matter if you scribbled or not. I like that. Yeah. I think that's often like the urge that I have when I'm angry. I just want to like scribble, across
like
the
get
page.
some of that aggression out.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think is, that's a very common urge for anger because you have all of that energy.
It's like
so you want to you want to move it. You got to like either fast or, like running. People love running when they're angry.
Yeah, I like biking.
Or biking or, working out. And it's that physical release, And so in like the art world, scribbling is also really, really great way to do that too, if you don't want to go work out or something. But yeah, that's a good realization. I like that. That's cute that you made those snails with her and indulged in the idea. That's so inventive and like playful,
Yeah. And it was fun. It was fun connecting with her, and it was a little more grounding having, my little buddy to create with, and having, those pockets of just fun and connection together. And it was helpful creating something for somebody else this week, which is interesting because I think it was just last week that I was like, I haven't been creating for myself, and it's been throwing me off a little bit. And then this week was like, I needed to create for somebody else. It was helpful.
That's fun. Well, I think it's a little bit different though, because you were involved in the playfulness of the idea, right?
Yeah,
and it was
fun.
A creative thing for you as well, and a connection point.
I mean, she was doing it with me, so it wasn't like just purely for her.
Like
it was
commission or something.
Like we were just working on it together. So maybe I'll show her hers too if she lets me. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, I love that idea. That's so fun. Yeah. Later this week we were together, and she was asking me to come up with combinations that she could draw. And then she wanted to do not a contest, but like she wanted both of us to draw the same thing. So it was a dragonfly seahorse. And
so great.
And we had like a little book for a divider on the same page, and we were both drawing at the same time, but
so
we couldn't look at
couldn't see each other's.
and then had the reveal, and it was super fun. It was really fun to just get in that childlike playfulness, and not worry about the outcome, but just be in the creativity of it, and the creation of it. It was really
love
fun.
Making with her because it just the pure joy of just being together and making something and being in the moment and in the process of it. She really embodies that, and it like the outcome doesn't matter. Not that she never gets upset if it doesn't turn out the way that she wants, but it's playful and it's fun and it's curious, and she just loves having you there with her in that process. And she's so delighted by whatever you come up with, even if it's terrible, and like is just cheering you on. So yeah, I have a lot to learn from her. She's awesome.
Yeah. Coming back to that childlike wonder and joy. Oh, so good. So good. I love that. I also did something that wasn't what I have been typically doing this week. I think for Christmas or my birthday, my mom, she gave me a pack of bookmark watercolor paper. So it's like watercolor paper that's just cut as bookmark size.
Fun.
Yeah. And so I've been saving it, for a rainy day.
Yeah.
But this week I found somebody new on Instagram and I was looking at their stuff and it was really beautiful and really inspiring. And there was this one painting of a whoa, sea and skyscape.
Okay.
That
Words are hard sometimes.
yeah, that was just so beautiful in the colors and everything. And so I decided to like play around with it a little bit and wanted to get out I have like metallic gold watercolors too.
So fun.
I know. So I wanted to try it out. Anyway, so I played around with that a little bit. I haven't finished it or anything, but it was fun to play with watercolors again. That was kind of one of the first initial mediums that I got back into with
okay.
like landscapes and everything too.
Yeah.
I did watercolor landscapes, and so that was really fun to play around with a little bit and just, I was just pure play. It was not for anything or anyone or, it was just
Just for
like,
you.
I want to
I love
experiment.
that.
Yeah. And play around with the colors. So that was fun. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. Moving forward, I'm kind of like, maybe I should document my primary emotions every week and see how that affects, showing up.
Yeah. I haven't been journaling.
Me neither. That was my goal.
To journal every week. Whenever we create. Yeah, that was the intention, but practice. Consistency of that has been a little tricky.
Yeah. I mean, just showing up to record and get some creativity in each week over the summer and launching it's been a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But
that goal's kind of got out the window.
Yeah. I think it would be good to kind of come back around and practice. Yeah. And, it's okay that we haven't been doing that. Like we don't have to get down on ourselves or, anything.
I think it would be helpful though.
Returning back to center, to base, and to the pillars, reminding ourselves what the purpose is and checking in with ourselves and, doing all of that. Yeah. And looking for the patterns, seeing what's correlating with other things.
Right. And dealing with like the anger and like those big feelings.
Yeah.
I felt that need to, come back to some of that gentleness and those moments of just being really honest with myself. Like it's not for anybody else. That is just purely for me and to feel more just okay. Like I can breathe and just be, and it's, like things are going to work themselves out and it's going to be all right.
Yeah. I think I'd sent you a text yesterday or the day before that was like, I am feeling like the personal check-ins need to start happening again. It was like, ooh, I am feeling that lack. I'm not checking in with myself and I'm not really paying attention to what I need to align myself with or what I need, and I'm just like pushing through and it needs to come back to, okay, what do I need? What is feeling good? What is not? What is working? What is not? What is, like, what do I need in this moment?
Yeah.
And I think that'll really help because it feels like a little bit of the dip, where things are feeling overwhelming and not as fun. And so it's like, okay, so how do we get back? How do we get back to the joy, the fun, the less pressure, while still showing up and being consistent and working towards goals. And I think that's really the key is the check-in and asking, how can I make this enjoyable? How can I make this fun for me?
Yeah.
How can I delight myself? All of those questions, because this isn't meant to be go, 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 work, 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 strict structure, like rah, hard. It's not meant to be hard, right?
No, it's not.
And so, coming back to those questions, I think will help make it feel easier and lighter.
Yeah, which I love because art is often about coming back to the basics and then going off and exploring and playing and then coming back to the basics and going off and exploring and playing and and then there's growth in that cycle, just like spiraling up.
And I think with like social media too, I think that's kind of what we've been doing. We've been trying out different things, and I think just this week we were talking about well, let's try this way and see if this is fun or see if this works better.
Hmm.
What do we need? And so it can kind of go into all different areas of life.
We're tired.
So tired today.
It was a holiday weekend. Oh boy.
Yeah. But coming back to that play and that joy and, the purpose of it, like what is
Yeah.
the core, the
Mhm.
pillars?
Yeah. Well, I guess let's move forward this week and this next week and see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll check in again and
Let you know how it goes.
see if we followed through with that self-care and if it helped.
Yep. All right. We'll see you next week. That's it for today, friend. Thanks for spending this time with us. We hope you're leaving with a little more light, a little more peace, and maybe even a nudge to go be creative, just because it brings a little more joy to your life. If anything in this episode spoke to your heart, sparked a thought, or made you smile, we'd love it if you'd follow the show, leave a quick 5-star review, or share it with someone who might need a little creative encouragement too. And remember, your creativity matters. Your voice matters. You matter. We're cheering you on always. Until next time, keep making, keep softening, and keep showing up as your whole beautiful self.